You're right. I'm lucky in that fact, and I get it. But
No, I mean, yeah. So, like I said, those moments are, yeah. It's like, well, I'd rather
they're,
be doing this today.
yeah,
I'd
okay.
rather we're at a park that has a beach where people are, there's a lake next door that people are out having
You
fun.
want to jump in your Speedo and go for a
Yeah,
dip. I get it. I completely understand.
right. But I enjoy my life. I enjoy what I do. I am passionate about cooking barbecue. I still have days where, for whatever reason, the planets align and shit comes out spot on, magnificent, the best thing I've ever put in my mouth. And those days are awesome, you know. But yeah,
And
Justin says
that's the
his.
and the, and that's the hold on. And that's the day that three people come by and taste it, and you just have
Our
a really crappy
slowest day.
day.
God bless it.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, that happens every time.
It's like you turn out less than stellar, and it's the busiest day you've had. You turn out stellar,
Yeah,
and you're sitting there begging for people to come,
yeah.
hiring a sign tosser.
Ribs get a little bit overdone. The sugar kind of over caramelizes, and all of a sudden, you first two people buy 6 racks of ribs. Like, fuck. Today was the day I was okay not selling any. Justin says his goal is to hand off his truck. Mine too. Which is why I have the people that I have in place. And if I want to go take a day off, I can do it now. I have Chris. I have Caleb. I had Pam. There's a standing Tuesday in June that I've had since we've opened. That is a day off for me that I go play my dad's scramble event. So yeah, I mean, I have the opportunity. Usually when I say those types of things, it's in the moment. Like like we're at a beach and you're looking out at people having fun. you know, for
Oh
me, I
yeah.
can't. Like at my old office job, you work a half day and it's like the nicest day. You're like, you know what? I'm gonna take this half day off.
Oh yeah. I
You
get
can
it.
walk away and not think about it. Those are the parts that make me miss my previous life a little bit from time to time. That and
Oh,
paid
for sure.
vacations and benefits, 401k matching, retirement. But yeah, I love what I do. I still have never slept through an alarm or well, I have overslept once. But I don't hit my snooze button ever, during the season.
I mean, 3 o'clock does come early. That
It's
to be honest with
3:30.
you, I get a little issue with that, but
But yeah, for people, I think people think it's an easy way to make money. Um, that it's quick, that it's a good turnaround. Um, I am working way more hours than I've ever worked, and I'm working harder than I've ever worked in my life.
yep.
Um, but I love it. I wouldn't trade it for anything. So as long as I can financially support the business and myself, I will continue to do it. When the day comes, or if the day comes that is no longer the case, and for whatever reason the market shrinks, or I am no longer matching expectations of customers, and then I'll figure something else out. Whether that's just a shift in what we cook, or a total career shift, we'll see. But my wife said my goal for this weekend in Vegas was to make $4 million, so that she could retire and we could retire early. So I'm taking like $500. So we'll see.
I love how it was exactly 4 million. And you need 4 million.
I don't think
You
that's
still
enough.
got two toddlers running around.
I know.
You need a little bit more than that.
Yeah.
Two
Buy us a few
toddlers.
years.
You got a total of 4 college funds. I mean,
Yeah.
you
I
got
don't
four
know.
cars to buy.
I'm not positive it's 4 college funds.
Listen, I understand what you're talking about, but
I don't know what Alex is doing. She has no clue.
well, whatever it is, she'll be great at it.
She's somewhere between no college and a medical degree. So
That's quite a step. that's
she likes psychiatry. So
oh,
yeah.
Well, what psychologist or psychiatrist is like 3 less years of school for one of those.
Yeah, but you have access to drugs if you're a psychiatrist.
True.
And
True.
that's why you need the extra 3 years.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Okay. So basically, our goal to everybody is rub some dirt on it, tough it out, and get back on
Yeah,
your truck the next day.
not everybody is built for this life. Um, yeah, the
Do
success
the
rate
do
of
the do the little things. Like, okay, so do the little things. Like this person's food truck. I notice they go to the same place over and over. If it's not working, don't go back to the same place. Or if you're talking about, like, in our town, we have events that don't cost anything or cost little to do, but you're not signing up for them.
yeah.
There's events that are free that you're not signing up for. So are you really doing everything in your power to make your business, whether it be a food truck or anything, successful? Because at the end of the day, it's not the people, it's you. It's the people, it's the operator or the entrepreneur that you have to do. You have to work on your business 16 hours a day, and hopefully you can eat, sleep, and poo the other half.
Um, so here's the other thing: you don't have to enjoy all the parts of your business.
Hmm.
If there is a part of your business that you are either really not good at or just loathe doing that takes away from all the other joy of your business, hire somebody else to do it. It's worth the money, and it'll let you focus on the things that you love and the things you're passionate about, and your business will grow. The hardest part is taking that step to hire the person so that you can focus on the things that you're better at. And hopefully it's not cooking, because you did start a food truck. But,
Right?
if you're horrible at scheduling, if you're horrible at sales and talking to people about setting up for your locations and stuff, and you just pick the things that you found right away and you're sticking with them so you don't have to do that again and have to hear no 14 times a day, then hire somebody to do that for you. Hire somebody part-time to work 10 hours a week and make phone calls and find spots for you to go. Hire somebody to do your social media, and make it, do it minimum wage, and then have metrics behind growth for bonuses. Um,
Mm-hmm.
you know, if we grow our followers by this amount, if we have this amount of engagement, here's what you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, do those kind of things to improve how people see you and how easily they see you. So, um, offload the things you're not good at, and it
Yeah,
makes the rest of the
absolutely.
job a whole lot easier. Or the things you don't have time to do, like Skippy, who struggles hiring people, but he's getting there.
It's not yeah, it's a struggle. I can't say it's not. It's a
Yeah,
struggle.
Justin says it's still work, and some days I don't want to work, and I hear that.
True.
There's days like, yeah, I love cooking barbecue, but there's still days I don't want to work, and you don't always have those opportunities to not work. So,
Yeah.
you know, it's so we do our schedule, and yes, we can build in those days off, and we do have days off in our schedule. The days after holidays and stuff, we're closed. We take a couple extra days around 4th of July. But you still have those days that pop up that you're like, I just don't want to work today. You still get burned out. You still love cooking the barbecue or cooking whatever, but they're long days and it gets tiring. And
Yeah.
there's some days you're like, I could really just go for a nap today.
Oh
you know,
yeah, for sure. Okay, I've
I
got
wouldn't
those
mind.
days.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind sitting on my couch today in the air conditioning, popping on some boob tube, and watching some TV and having a couple beers and just not doing anything today. So, and it's
So I
not that we
found
don't love our jobs, but sorry.
so one thing about my new air conditioner in my trailer.
Yeah.
So it has a heat pump in it too, so I can have heat, which is great.
Mhm.
But it's all controlled by an app on my phone.
Okay.
Okay. So yesterday, it got as high as 72 in the trailer.
Whew,
It's
that's
it's a little
toasty.
it's a little toasty in there. Like I had to go outside just to feel a little bit, but I got to figure out when I can open the vents that I had put in the top and suck some of that air out. But the problem is it was windy outside, so they opened the window, and it's like, okay, if I'm pulling air out of the trailer, is it just going to act like a flue and pull the wind from
Oh
there
yeah.
and up and give my
Yep.
helper pneumonia?
That's why you have hire more multiple people, so that way when you kill one, you got one ready to come in.
Yeah, exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. So yeah, yeah. Stick with it,
Push
people.
through,
Push
push through,
through.
push through.
Don't give up until you're completely broken or completely broke.
And even then, go out one more day
One
because
more.
it might just be the best day you ever had.
Yeah. It's like
You
playing
know,
golf. You hate the thing so much, and then you hit that one good shot,
you're
and
like,
you're
oh
ready to
yeah,
go.
I can do this.
You're ready to go play another round.
It don't
Yeah.
matter. It don't matter if it's the last shot of the day. It could be
Yep.
the last shot of the day where you have no more holes to go. Oh, I'm good,
Yeah.
done.
Yep.
I'm beating you all, and you're down 17 strokes.
Yep.
I'm I'm getting an eagle on a par five, and you end up shooting what 12.
Yeah. And if you don't get some sort of goosebumps or just sheer joy from somebody eating your food and smiling and pure enjoyment out of them, then you shouldn't be in the business either. Get out now.
Yeah.
Okay. You're
Best
because then you're
best thing is going to a 2 day festival and having the same people come back for double or for
yeah.
making multiple trips to your truck, knowing there's other places they could go. They thought so highly of what you put out. It could be the simplest thing in the world. We all know our recipes are super simple. Like
Mhm.
anybody could, realistically, anybody could put our recipes together. Um, but it's the passion we have to push it through and to put it
Absolutely.
in it. And if you show it, like I'm all about presentation, right? So no matter what I do, if I'm putting a sandwich in a 2 pound boat, you better be damn sure I'm putting that top bun on a little bit of an angle so when it comes out, everybody can see what it looks like. And I love now having two windows. Like our
Mhm.
old trailer had the one, we just used the middle. This one has two, and I can send it out and I have somebody ordering and they look at what you just sent out and they're like, oh, what's that?
Yeah.
This is the first time ever we did barbecue Sundays. And there might be something to them. I don't know. But
Thor's hammer.
Thor's hammer. It's the only thing I can come up with.
Here's
But
my
it,
suggestion on anybody that does the barbecue Sundays.
don't use mashed potatoes.
Why not? They're cheap.
They are, but I hate
Mike
mashed
Robinson, if
potatoes.
you're listening, I'd love to have you come in on this conversation. It is one of my favorite drunk Mike Robinson conversations I've ever had at a barbecue contest.
And who's Mike Robinson for people who don't know?
The owner and operator of
Smoke of the
Smoking in the
D.
D uh, was a competition team and now does some catering. Now that
Look,
he's
listen. He's the chief dishwasher. The CEO is Denise. So
that's right.
let's get it's his wife. Anyway,
What was I
you were
saying
saying, sir.
before that? I don't remember. What was I saying? Oh,
It was a drunk conversation.
no. We're not going to get into that because that's all food costs and stuff.
Oh,
And some of his questionable ingredients.
Jesus. And now we're going to throw Mike under the bus. Okay, go
No,
ahead.
great food. Mike is a hell of a cook and really good food. Anyways, what I would do if I were going to do these is I would take my little bottle of barbecue sauce, and before I put anything in that cup, I would just do a little drizzle on the inside of the cup, halfway down.
Yeah,
So
I
that way,
thought.
as you're filling it, it just looks so. All those things. That's the problem we have with some of our other stuff is all the colors are the same.
Yeah,
Like a brisket sandwich does not photograph well
no,
because you can't see the sauce because it's
it's all
all so
dark.
dark and they just don't photograph well. And with that, it's all light brown or white. So I would just do a little drizzle on the side of the cup just to give it a little bit of pop. Maybe even put in some jalapenos halfway, or I don't know if you don't do jalapenos or whatever, but I would do some sort of maybe red onion or something just to give it something
Yeah,
visually different halfway up. my 2 cents.
Well, so we started doing that halfway through, or we started
Okay.
doing that on Sunday. So
Well, they take a
we
different
would
picture.
yeah we made the first round, so the 3 layers, and then I put
Mm,
sauce in, and then we made the second layer, and then I put sauce on the top.
yeah.
So we
If
could have
nothing else, you're going to help with moisture when you by the time you get down to the bottom. Are you doing
yeah
beans in yours?
yes.
Yeah.
So we did mashed potatoes, pulled pork, and beans, a little bit of sauce, and then mashed potato, pulled pork, and beans, a little bit of sauce.
Are you doing a slotted spoon for the beans?
No,
Okay. They didn't look
everything was
super saucy.
well. It was a small spoon.
Okay. Yeah, I tried to get a little extra gravy in there too from the beans.
Yeah, it was. It was more of my disposable spoons versus actual
Gotcha.
dishwashing spoons.
All right. Cool.
Still forgetting things.
Yeah. It was a good test run for you. I'm glad you had a good weekend. Threw something out there on the Facey book about specials, and again, it's weird the things you
Space
throw out
book.
there that get the reactions that they get. Turned out to be a really good conversation about specials, and no one really talked about the actual question, but more just about how they use specials and stuff. So I guess my original question was: is it okay when you do a special? Is it okay to take a little bit of a hit on food costs, not losing money, but where we normally aim for 25%?
Fuck.
Is it okay to go 35%, 40% because it's a special item, or do you charge more and try to get it down to like a 15% kind of thing?
Okay.
So
Weird.
for me,
Weird
it's
thing.
all about. Go
Were
ahead.
you and I just talking about this?
I don't know.
Because I could have swore I just had a conversation with somebody about it. All right. Sorry. Go ahead.
I don't think
I
so.
was weird.
So for me, it's cost of customer gain. For us, it's a way for I don't know to get customers continued interest in the truck. You know what's new for the day or whatever. So for some of it, we're not as tight on our food costs as we would like to be for those items. But they're also going to buy something else when they come. It's not they're not just getting that item and nothing else. So it all balances out. But still, for that customer, our food cost is going to be a little bit higher than a normal customer, per se. For instance, right now, Bubba says that he likes to use. So when he has brisket left over for the day or pork left over for the day, he uses that going for the next day, and he'll make a special out of that, which I get too. You know, and then somebody else had said that they actually charge more for specials because it's a special, limited time only type of thing. So they
Mm-hmm.
they think they can charge more for that item. And then there was the other question, the other comment about then it becomes so now you're at a economies of scale type of thing. So is it better to charge more and sell less, or charge a little bit less and sell more? At what point does the math work out for economies of scale? We're charging less, so you're going to make a little bit less per customer, but you're going to sell twice as many because it's a better price point. So where's that line at, and how do you approach that? Um, Skippy,
So
what's your view on pricing specials? Do you go high or do you go?
no, I go this. I realistically go the same.
Yeah,
I mean, it's. I mean, for some people it might be considered high, but so typically, so you have in the restaurant business, you have a loss leader. Like, why do ready restaurants do 50-cent wings when wings are like all time high right now? Again, because it's something that brings somebody in. So if you're buying, let's say I'm going to use round numbers just for argument's sake. You buy a
I'll be
hundred
right back.
wings.
Keep talking.
You buy 100 wings for $100, so they're a buck a wing,
Thought I heard
right?
him pawing at the gate.
So
Thought he was gonna try
why
to snoop at
would
me.
you sell them for 50 cents? Well, it's a loss, but it brings people in. But on the truck, it's all about food cost. So it's like you buy 100 wings for $1 a piece, and you got
Yes.
to sell them for. Are you going to be able to sell them for $2 a piece? That's a 50% food cost minus realistically. I mean, you got rub and or you got seasoning and stuff like that, but that's the thing. So wings are like a 50% food cost, sometimes even higher. I do see other trucks selling them for you know $1.50, $2 for even 4 for $6 or something. But wings are a classic case of what you're talking about as far as higher food cost goes.
Yeah. I mean, and especially for wings, when they get to that price per case, we don't even do them.
Yeah,
So
it's hard.
we'll kind of do it that way. So for in the past, for us, specials have been a lot of what can we get at a good price right now. So sale items on raw products and stuff like that. Let's try to do something with those type of thing. So
Yeah. So with
like,
me, it's like I find I go to Costco or I go to Sam's and I find like one of those dips. Like they always have dips on the end cap.
mm-hmm,
Like they have Sam's right now has a smoked brisket dip by a company called Taste of the South.
mm-hmm,
So I've been throwing around stuff. What can I do with that? So could I use it as a spread on a brisket sandwich? So I've actually been thinking about doing a deconstructed Texas Twinkie sandwich. So a bun, chopped brisket, bacon, and a little bit of sauce, and then that dip on top.
mm-hmm.
And the problem is with that dip, if you heat it up, it falls all over the place.
Yep.
It's got to be cold. So then you're putting cold stuff on warm stuff, and you just run that risk of different mouthfeel kind of thing. But
Yep.
um, I've been playing around with that. I've also, since the cafe has a panini press, I've been playing around with brisket grilled cheese sandwiches as far as specials go. But if I don't do it, you go somewhere and buy a Texas Twinkie, which is basically just a bacon wrapped jalapeno stuffed with like brisket and cream cheese and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But they're huge, I guess. I don't know where they find these jalapenos at, but um,
Texas.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess so. Straight from the motherland. Um, yeah, so that brisket dip cost $8. How much am I going to put on a sandwich? Am I going to put enough on there to so you can actually taste it?
Mm-hmm.
So those are like things I think about. But I find the funny stuff and just try to make it a sandwich. Like did the jalapeno popper dip, and I put that
Yeah.
on as a spread on the sandwich.
So I don't know if I'm alone as far as food truck owners go and when they're shopping and finding random stuff to do specials with. I am not really thinking food cost. It's like
No, yeah,
I'm going to do
not
this
really.
and this and this and this, and I'm going to charge this amount for it without ever doing any of the math, and just kind of hope we're going to at least break even on it.
No, what we did a couple weeks ago with the food costing. That's the first time I'd ever done it,
Yeah.
and it opened my eyes for sure.
Mhm.
Justin said brick and mortars have walk-ins so they can buy wings early in the season before the Super Bowl rush. It's not that much of a loss for them. That's what makes it hard for food trucks to do those type of things. It's off the it's if it's a chain, their warehouse is buying Super Bowl wings in March.
Yeah. So when I talked to GFS right around the Super Bowl time, when they had their wing prices skyrocketed, um, they said that they had had a meeting the week earlier about a huge avian flu breakout, um, and that was part of the driver for wing prices doubling over that month and a half. Um, egg prices also went up during that time, but I mean, no one notices as much as especially for us for food trucks, and we're focusing on the other proteins. But yeah, wings or eggs went up by like 75%. They're still a little high than they were, but I mean, we're not at the $4 a dozen. I mean, we're a couple of years ago, but um, the penny saver eggs at Meyer were back down to $1 um, late fall last year, and I paid $1.70 a dozen for them yesterday. So um, yeah, so that was part of it. But yeah, definitely there is a supply and demand for wings around Super Bowl time. Um, I have no doubt that we'll be back down to the $50 a case range
Yeah,
for them come spring summer. So Um, Anywho, but yeah, there's been so many times where I've kind of thrown together a special and not really done the math on, and it's for me, it's a what do I think I could sell this for? What would I pay for it? And that's kind of what I put out there. Um, but like our strawberry shortcake, that was so on a whim, and I have no idea what that food cost ended up being, or if we even made
Yeah.
money on them. So, I kind of did the whole okay, what's this little shortcake bowl cost? And just kind of went from there. Like, had a pretty good idea if I'm going to recoup costs at least, you know. Um, but I think we're going to approach things a lot differently now that I'm glad that the spreadsheet opened your eyes. Um,
Oh yeah,
we
for
were
sure.
we were pretty close to where I thought we were. If anything, I think we were a little bit better than I thought we were on some stuff. So, um, but yeah, now having the foundation there, it makes it easier to kind of go forward with specials and stuff. So, and I still have a long ways to go on that spreadsheet, and like our rub that we make. I mean, it's a 25-pound batch. I still have not priced that out to what it cost me to make a shaker of it.
Well, you might want
So,
to do that.
yeah, I know. I just don't want to. I got tired of math and those other projects. And now here we are. I thought I had plenty of time, and we open in 2 weeks, and I'm going to be gone for 4 days of those. So
Mm.
here we are.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
for those food truck owners, and I imagine this is a really hard time for everybody, especially if you're not open through the winter, where we're getting down to those last month before we open, and you're looking at the business bank account as
Mm.
money's just been kind of trickling out of it all
Mm.
winter. And you're like, are we going to make it? Are we going to make it?
Mm.
Are we going to be able to buy food for the first week? Are we going to make it? Are we going to make it? It's my least favorite 3 weeks out of the year, or a month out of the year. I hate it
At
every
the end
year.
of the day, is you're not the only one that thinks that.
Yeah. It is very stressful. And I know that we're okay and there's money there. And um, back to we're behind schedule for where we would like to be growth wise because of COVID. So I know there will be a year where that thought doesn't really cross my mind anymore. I'm looking forward to it.
I was
Hoping
gonna
next
say
spring is
when,
that year.
when, when can that happen?
Next spring. I'm going for next spring. Um,
Okay, good to know.
yeah, that's my goal for this year is to not stress about next opening day.
Good to know.
Yeah, that's what I had.
Okay, well,
I'm all done. I got nothing else.
just came across a reel of a mother holding a sippy cup to her baby, and they zoomed in, and it's just on the baby's cheek, and she's not even looking. Anyway, sorry. That's
Oh,
sometimes you just get these funny things. Oh, Josh had a squirrel moment.
yeah. I just remembered. While I'm out in Vegas, I'm looking forward to going someplace. Did you
Oh,
just roll your eyes at me? Was that a
no,
roll
I was
eyes? Oh,
yawning. Sorry, you were
oh,
talking. I was yawning.
Pam, Josh, when you get back from Vegas, we could. Sorry, that was a Pam message that was not meant for on the air.
As you're reading it,
Anyway,
yeah,
as I'm reading,
awesome, great job.
I only read half of it. Anyways, so the Chef movie with
Yeah,
Favreau and John Leguizamo. And,
yep.
so I think it's Roy Choi that taught him how to cook for the show, for the movie. And then, is that who's with him on the Chef show on Netflix too? Is it Roy Choi? Is that right?
I don't know.
Justin's saying, yep. I'm assuming that's in for me.
Could be.
Anyways, they have opened a restaurant. It's called El
Okay.
Jefe, and it's the food that was on the movie. So they have a food truck inside one of the casinos, and it's called El Jefe, and they just opened, I think, a month ago. So I'm looking forward to going and getting a Cubano from the truck.
Get the actual Cubano.
Get the actual Cubano. So looking forward to that. That'll be fun. I
That
think
does
we
sound like
might,
fun.
yeah. I think we might be doing a little bit of live footage from the desert too while we're out there on a different
Ooh.
YouTube channel. So working on some
You're going
stuff.
you're going sightseeing though.
Yeah, yeah. It's a we had a busy few days. now looking at weather, there is a 40% chance of rain one day.
Hmm.
My weather luck, I tell you, out there is unreal. Um, so, yep, we're heading. We'll hit 4 states. I think we'll be California, Nevada, Utah, and Arizona in total by the time we're done. Heading out to Baker's, California, to visit Alien Fresh Jerky. Um, the whole town's a tourist trap in between LA and Vegas. Everything in the town's like alien themed, and there's this jerky store there that is, from what I hear, is pretty cool. So we're gonna drive out there and then drive back around a loop into Red Rock Canyons and stuff.
Did you know there's a
And then
state within Nevada?
state of confusion,
And there's an actual,
delusion.
I believe it's 1 square mile state. They call themselves a state. They have their own president, their own laws. There's like, basically, it's a person who created this. Yeah. Anyway, they have their
Uh,
own rules, laws, things like that. But
yeah.
uh,
Okay.
it's in Nevada, so you can definitely get pulled. Don't get pulled over through the one tiny 1 square mile state.
So it's kind of like it was there's a spot that's on the border of, I think it's Oregon and Washington, that they actually were applying for statehood, and the day that it was supposed to go for a vote, gosh, what happened? I think it was Pearl Harbor Day. So the day that it was scheduled to go for a vote for their statehood was on Pearl Harbor Day, and it got shelved for like ever.
Yeah.
But they have signs up that you're entering the state of whatever. So as far as they're concerned, they are their own state, and I think maybe they were filing for secession, even maybe. I don't know. It was weird. Um,
Surprised Texas hasn't done that.
yeah, give it another little bit of time.
Right?
Um, so yeah, we're doing that. We're heading out to Zion National Park for a quick drive of 7 hour round trip. Head out to the Grand Canyon for afternoon. Yeah,
Sounds
we'll
like
do a whole
fun.
lot of gambling. Do some gambling and go roam in the desert looking for hookers and below.
The Chicken Ranch is the other one. There's a Bunny Ranch and the Chicken Ranch.
I'm not surprised you know the names of all these places,
No, I
Skippy.
came across it the other day on TikTok. Somebody was like
Uh-huh.
videoing it.
Uh-huh.
There's
That says
17.
something about your algorithm.
Shut up. There's 17 counties in Nevada, and 10 of them have legal prostitution.
Clark County is not one of them.
Clark County
Vegas
is
is
not
looking.
one. Even though, has your son ever been out there?
No.
Tell him not to go up to the guys that are smacking the things on their hand.
Oh, the
You know what?
cookers. Yeah, they don't have them anymore. Really, they're by and large gone. They're you could so yeah. I loved them. I would collect. I tried to collect them all, like Pokemon cards. Um,
Where they're like
I
gift
would take
cards.
them. I would take them from everybody.
Yeah.
We'd have like a stack like that tall in the hotel room. It was awesome. But
And
yeah,
then the
they've
morning
gone
you
away
walk
though.
down the sidewalk and they're all over the place.
Yeah.
I've never been there, so I've heard. That's rumor
So
from
it
what I've
used to
heard.
be like you couldn't go 5 feet without somebody doing them, and
Just
intersections were really bad. There'd be like
yeah.
10 of them at every intersection. Um, but now there's
There's a.
hardly any of them. So
I hear there's a cool ice bar. 30. I
I've
think
been
it's
to ice
32
bars.
below or something like
Yeah,
that.
the ice bar we went to in Iceland was meh. Like it's cold. I mean, who
I
wants
know
to sit on a block of ice?
my buddy got and his entourage got kicked out because they broke one of the sculptures.
Yeah,
he backed up into it and it fell.
yeah. Everything's slippery. You have to watch your drink so you don't set it in the wrong spot, so it starts to slide. Like
Or it
I
starts
don't
to
know.
freeze and you can't pick
Yeah,
it up.
it's just I don't know. It's a cool novelty. I did it once. I don't ever need to go to another ice bar.
All right, I gotta ask. What about the
Yep.
sphere?
Still not sure. I don't know. I don't know that I want to pay for it right now.
Supposedly you can at least see the outside of it when you're flying. Like it's
Oh, you can see the outside of it from a lot of places.
yeah.
Yeah, we'll definitely go in the vicinity and check it out. Um, I don't know that I want to pay the $100 a person to go through to do the Earth whatever. Um, I don't know. It's yeah, and it's like 2 hours. So
Yeah.
we're going to be gone so much of the time during the day that I don't think we'll probably do that. So we'll probably stick to normal strip stuff. We'll go by there, we'll check it out, and see if anybody's climbing today. So
Well, the Sphere Experience has Aura, the real life robot.
yeah.
Uh, they're
So yeah. So if you do the Earth, whatever the Earth thing is, the AI experience in the lobby and the is all part of that. You can talk to AI robots and stuff.
hmm,
Yeah, but
suppose
it's
suppose they
super
lost a
busy.
shit ton of money so far on it.
That's not surprising.
The only
It's
the
going to
only
take some
money
time.
maker was the U2 concert. Everything else has
Yeah,
been oof.
$100 million loss in the first quarter.
The middle
CFL's
to
got
end the middle to end of April. Fish is going to be there.
yeah. I think it's going to be a really cool event venue, and they'll make their money back for sure. But can you imagine something like having the NFL draft there? Um,
Oof,
would
that'd be kind of
yeah,
neat.
there's a lot of cool stuff I think they can do with it, and yeah, I'm not surprised they lost money in the first quarter that they were open.
Well,
So
considering it looks like May 16th through July 13th, they're bringing Dead and Company, Dead Forever, which looks to be a Grateful Dead tribute band. Okay.
they'll sell. I mean, yeah, yeah, I will go. It's so busy right now, and the atrium's all new and all that AI stuff new, and yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'll wait another year or two before I go to see it. What's inside?
It's the
So
Sphere.
it's here. Yeah, I'm excited to see the outside of it.
Yeah, the outside's the cool part.
Yeah, outside of that, I'm okay.
I've seen many
So
videos with people flying past it and it winking at you. It's a little
yeah,
smiley
the
face on the
big
outside,
eyeball.
and just following you as you're going.
So they had a guy climb the outside of it. Well, they didn't
Oh,
have, but somebody climbed the outside of it.
oh, of
Some activist or something or other.
course.
Um, and they did nothing cool on the screen. Like they could have had the eyeball following the guy. Somebody said they should have had a ladder on the screen, so it made it look like he was climbing up a ladder. Like all this opportunity, and they did nothing. But
Damn.
whatever, I know.
Speaking
Like
of
$10,000 in damage.
speaking of stupid people,
Yeah.
uh, so the it's come out that the Super Bowl streaker.
Oh,
You hear
not
about the?
stupid, genius.
Well, we don't know. They can void the bet. They can absolutely void the bet. So the Super Bowl streaker, rumor has it, or he
It's
allegedly,
confirmed. Yeah.
yeah, he'll put a dollar amount on a prop bet, and whether there was going to be a Super Bowl streaker or not. And he was the Super Bowl streaker. He got arrested, had to pay a
Yep.
$1,000 fine,
So
and he got.
he did the bet and then paid $10,000 for his ticket to the Super Bowl, and the bet won him 50,000. And
I thought the bet won him 374,000.
I didn't think it was that much. I thought it was only
Oh,
50.
I saw $374,000.
But it
Something
was
about
very
that.
clear that he was not some sort of wackadoo or the way that he gave himself up. Like as soon as he knew they were closing in, he went down to the ground, put his hands behind his head, like he wasn't trying to evade anybody. Like,
Yes.
but
So it was he. Oh, he bet 50,000,
oh, okay, that's
and
worth
the
it.
odds were plus 750. So his last name is
uh,
Andrade. Ended up running on the field himself, and rumors of him cashing out 374,000 spread like wildfire. According to the LA Times, the offshore betting site never paid the amount after Andrade admitted to the betting scheme during a
uh,
radio interview.
see, that's where he's dumb. You got to wait until
Dumbass.
after you cash the bet. You have somebody else take
Dumbass.
it for you. Yeah.
Dumbass.
Uh, but ingenious move. I mean, really.
He's like, I
He's,
literally spent $42,000 to go to jail.
but if you can cash the ticket, it's all worthwhile. To spend one night in jail, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, because it
Vegas
was
jail's not super great, but
the $42,000 ticket was a front row seat. That's why he was
yeah.
able to get out so fast. Yeah. Huh.
Yeah, you can't be running down from like the upper deck.
Well, he had a Borat bodysuit on or whatever.
It was
I
awesome.
swear it had something on the front of it. I thought he was doing like a what was it? A advertisement or something.
Like what it was one of the online casinos for a time, golden
Yeah.
something or other. Because um, yeah, I wonder like what constitutes as a streaker. Do you have to be completely nude? Because he was pretty well clothed.
Yeah, his
Still,
pants were falling down and
yeah.
showing his bodysuit, but other than that,
But I like how when it happened, they kind of started to mention it on the broadcast. Like, oh, we're not supposed to be talking about it. So they're
yeah.
trying to discourage people from doing it by not
See,
talking about it.
that's when you need like Pat McAfee on commentary because he'll want the cameras to just to
Oh
get to
yeah,
him. I love McAfee.
I wonder what the
So
Nickelodeon coverage was like during that point.
the bodysuit had it was called is Vitali Uncensored was on his bodysuit. His name was Yuri Andrade. Anyway, there's your comical for the day. But he lost it all. Spent $42,000 to go to jail.
Well, I'm gonna try to win my 4 mil over the weekend.
I'm rooting for you, bud. I'm rooting for
Appreciate
you.
that. I'm not sure how to go about that with the bankroll I'm taking, but I'll
Well,
give it the old college try.
it's going to be a lot of roulette spins on either red or
Oh,
black.
no, I don't. I'm not like roulette. Not a fan.
It's 50-50 odds. It's the best odds in the house.
It is not 50-50
How is it not 50-50?
because
Red or black?
you have green zero and double green zero, and a lot of casinos are even throwing a triple zero out there.
Yeah, they don't ever come up. So it's 50-50 odds.
No, it's not 50-50. It's
Uh,
close, but it's not.
yeah, it is. You go in
Okay.
with a positive mindset, Josh, it's 50-50 odds, and you're going to win.
Half the time.
Jesus.
See, it's me that I'll have a whole bunch of wins right in a row. Like I got it, and then it's the loss. The one loss I have is all of the money. So it's okay. I'm looking forward to. I don't go to make money. I go to have fun. I never plan on coming home with the money I take out. So
I mean, it'd be nice.
I mean, it is nice, and I have come back up more times than I've not. So not necessarily a lot, but um, it's definitely worked out that way. So
It'd be nice.
the older I get and the more I win, kind of thing, the harder it is for me to walk away when I'm up. So, um, which is weird, but it's the way it is for me. Oh,
Well, we'll do
my
a.
application for the city of Grand Rapids has been accepted.
Well, good for you. Oh,
Hmm.
I think about that.
Yay! There's $400 well spent for my 5 events in the city. But anywho, all right, that's all I got. I need to talk to you off air, Skippy, real quick. Um,
Sure.
those of you watching on
He's
the
going to
YouTube,
yell at me.
I am. Those of you on the YouTube stream, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell so you get notified.
And tell everybody
And
else.
share with your friends. Yeah, please. Those of you listening on Riverside, thank you for joining us and we enjoyed the conversation there. And those that are listening on Spreaker or Audacity or Spotify or all those other places, Apple Podcasts, excuse you, Skippy. Make sure you are following and sharing and liking. And hey, post some comments on those there spots too. That all helps drive the traffic to us. So we're kind of hanging out right at the top 200 of food podcasts in the United States. So Jesus Christ. So let's keep that going. We appreciate all the support, guys. And we will talk to you next week, I think, maybe on Monday.
Stay
Have a
tuned.
great week. Have a great week, everybody. We'll keep you posted as always. Goodbye.
Peace out.